Hi everyone, my name is Michelle and today I'm going to be explaining to you what exactly the Ielts exam is. Ielts stands for International English Language Testing System. It is an exam that tests your knowledge of the English language. It tests how well you can read, write, speak and understand the English language. There are two versions of the Ielts exam, the academic version and the general training version. The academic Ielts exam is for those who want to study abroad at university in an English-speaking country, either at an undergraduate or postgraduate level. The general training Ielts exam is for those who want to work abroad in an English-speaking country or emigrate to an English-speaking country such as Australia or America. In the next lesson, lesson 2, I will speak in detail about the layout of the Ielts exam. See you soon! Hi everyone! As I mentioned in my previous video, the Ielts academic test is for those who want to study abroad at university in an English-speaking country, either at an undergraduate or postgraduate level. The Ielts academic test is also for those wanting to join a professional organisation in an English-speaking country such as Australia or Canada. Whereas the Ielts general training exam is for those who want to work abroad in an English-speaking country or emigrate to an English-speaking country. Regardless of whether you are taking the academic version or the general training version, the layout of the exam is exactly the same. The Ielts exam consists of 4 sections or 4 tests: the listening, reading, writing and speaking. The listening, reading and writing tests will take place on the one day. You do not have any breaks between the tests and the order of the tests may change, but you normally have the listening test first, then the reading and then the writing. Regarding the speaking test, you will sit this test up to 7 days before or after the day you have the other 3 tests. The listening and speaking tests are the exact same for both the academic and general training versions of the Ielts exam. There is no pass or fail mark in the Ielts exam. Instead, you are marked on a band scale of 1 to 9 in each of the 4 sections of the exam, with 1 being the lowest mark and 9 being the highest. Most universities have a band score requirement that falls between 5.5 and 7.0, but it is best to contact the university first to find out exactly what band score you need to study at that university. If you are doing the general training version, you will need to check the Ielts scores for emigration or visa requirements needed in the country of your choice to find out exactly what band score you need. In the videos below, I will go through each section of the Ielts exam in detail to help you achieve the highest band score possible in each of the reading, writing, listening and speaking sections of the Ielts exam. See you soon! Hi everyone, my name is Michelle and today we will be looking at how to obtain the highest possible score on the listening part of the Ielts exam. The listening test is the exact same test for both the academic and general training versions of the Ielts exam, and it is normally the first part of the Ielts exam. The listening test is 30 minutes long with an additional 10 minutes transfer time at the end of the exam to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. It is important to remember that the tape is only played once, so you need to listen carefully. There are 4 sections in the listening part of the Ielts exam with 10 questions in each section, so 40 questions in total. It is also important to remember that each question is worth 1 mark, so the listening test is worth a total of 40 marks. You may be asked to answer multiple choice questions, label a plan, map or diagram, fill in a form, complete a table, complete a flowchart, or give short answers. Section 1 is the easiest section and section 4 is the hardest section. In section 1, you will hear a conversation between two people, and this section tests your basic English, such as names and numbers. In section 2, you will hear only one person talking. It will be on a general everyday topic, for example, speech on how to book a tour. In section 3, you will hear anywhere from 2 to 4 speakers having a conversation in an academic situation. For example, you may hear a teacher and a student discussing an assignment, or a group of students chatting about an exam. And in section 4, you will hear one person speaking about an academic subject. For example, a lecturer giving a lecture in a lecture hall. You have extra time at the end of each section to check your answers and to look at the questions in the next section before it is played. The Ielts exam is based on British English, so you will be listening to British speakers, Australian speakers, and even speakers from New Zealand. The key to getting a high mark for the listening part of the Ielts exam is understanding the layout of the exam. In other words, knowing the exam lasts 30 minutes, that there are 4 sections in the exam, that each section has 10 questions, that you will hear 2 people having a conversation in section 1 and 1 person speaking in section 2, that each question is worth 1 mark. The second key to getting a high mark for the listening test is practice. Practice as many listening Ielts exams as you can. Practice each exam over and over. The more you practice, the better you will become. In the next video, we will practice an Ielts listening exam together. See you soon.